At the Seoul Central District Court, the extended sentencing hearing for former President Yoon Suk Yeol opened earlier on Tuesday and is still ongoing. We connect with our reporter Oh Soo-young to hear the latest on his insurrection trial. Soo-young, let's start with the main charges against Yoon and what kind of sentence is expected for the former president.
Sure, Tammy. The sentencing hearing in former President Yoon Suk Yeol's insurrection trial began at around 9:30 this morning, and it's still ongoing, as you said. The special counsel is expected to present its final opinion and sentencing recommendation a little bit later. Yoon is, of course, charged with leading an insurrection by declaring emergency martial law without meeting constitutional or statutory requirements, and then deploying military and police forces to the National Assembly and other key institutions. Under the Criminal Act, the statutory punishment for leading an insurrection is limited to three options, which are death penalty, life imprisonment without labor, or life imprisonment with labor. And according to local reporting, the special counsel is not considering imprisonment without labor, which narrows down the decision really to whether to seek the death penalty or life imprisonment with labor. The conclusion is expected to be presented today after the former president delivers his final statement, which hasn't started yet. Yoon's long-standing position, of course, has been that he took a constitutional action in response to what he describes as a national crisis, including legislative actions by the opposition at the time. Yoon may again describe what he did was a warning or a message that's distinct from a full-fledged martial law. The Constitutional Court previously rejected these arguments in its impeachment ruling last year, but today's hearing determines how the criminal court evaluates them under the Criminal Act.
Now, Soo-young, again, last Friday was supposed to be the final hearing, but proceedings were delayed to Tuesday today, but it's still continuing as we speak.
Yes, that's right. So the court planned to conclude all arguments today last week on January 9th. And the hearing then began that morning and lasted roughly 15 hours, ending shortly after midnight. And a significant portion of that time, around 8 hours, was taken up by evidence examination from the defense for former Defense Minister Kim Yong-yeon, one of the co-defendants. As a result, the special counsel was unable to present its sentencing request, and arguments were not formally closed. Thus, the presiding judge has made it clear that the next hearing, this one, must end no matter what. However, proceedings today have already stretched on for much more than 8 hours, with the defense's arguments continuing all throughout the afternoon. The defense for former President Yoon has told the court that it prepared at least 8 hours of substantive defense, but as of the late afternoon and as of now, it's only completed a part of it. The presiding judge has repeatedly urged the defense to speed up and ask that arguments conclude by around 7 p.m., which again haven't happened yet. So the pace really has caused the special counsel's sentencing request scheduled after the defense to be delayed. So we're still waiting for that. The verdict by the court is widely expected to be issued in February.